not waiting. Check.
All right.
What are you doing? We're live.
We are live. Beards.
And bullshit. Recorded live.
At San Diego's largest
Powerlifting.
powerlifting gym.
Yeah. I guess strongman too.
Wait, real
There's a
quick.
strongman in here.
Yeah, I think actually that's how I'm going to start advertising. San Diego's largest powerlifting and strongman gym. Because really it is.
It is.
I truly believe.
Say something about
And I think it's true. And is it what you said? Did
What?
Brandis really move down to San Diego?
He lives in Alpine, so his address is officially San Diego
Damn
County.
you, Brandis.
So
We're gonna need
it's
to get,
only fair, dude.
Hey, we're
He's,
going to need to get Brandis on the show, and you can Adam him.
Fucking what?
You haven't seen Tanya?
No.
Do you know what Tanya is?
It's probably about Tonya Harding.
Yes.
No, I don't watch movies. I mean, I watch our videos on YouTube.
You're horrible.
I know. It's early.
How do you have 18 million posts on Facebook about everything going on in the world, and yet you don't know what one movie is about?
I don't have to just repost stuff. I don't have to come up with stuff. I don't have to watch
Anyways,
it. Whatever.
if you don't know, we already did a preview of Adam at the U.S. Open, what it was like to train for that and everything.
Yeah.
So now we are doing the follow-up recap to his, I'm going to say, pretty awesome day, even though I know he's not going to think that. But,
No.
you know, I told him, we got a 3-year plan.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
this is just step one.
Step one.
Really,
It
step
is.
one.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll let you kind of start it off there.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll get into how I felt overall in the day, but I think warm-ups went well for me. I was having some knee issues the week before. Those kind of went away as we started to move the weight, which was kind of worrying me about my my walkouts in general. But yeah, I mean, warm-ups went well. I felt good coming in. I weighed in at 270 on the dot, cut about 16 pounds. Was able to refuel back up to, I think it was 281 the morning before, which is really good for my morning weight to be 281. So I did it right for the most part.
So you felt good coming into the meet.
Coming in, it felt good. Had a little bit of a cloud over me, but I think everybody does meet day. You don't sleep very well.
And we don't train in the morning very often.
Yeah,
so
I never train in the morning.
Train in the morning every once in a while, guys, if you can.
That's what I'm going to come Saturday mornings now. But yeah, everything felt great coming in. Well, it's kind of weird is while we're warming up, Flight A is up. And one of our buddies, Dan, is in Flight A. And I'm peeking my head out looking, and then I just see red. And then he got a good squat, and then it was red. And I was like, holy shit.
I seriously thought the judges had their things backwards.
I mean, everybody was getting called, and I'm
Wait
like,
a
holy
second.
shit. So Rick was like, yeah, you need to sync these. So we're watching depth, obviously, in warm-ups to make sure everything felt good, and everything did. And then fucking squats.
Yeah, man. But, again, people ask me, I think we talked about it. You probably couldn't hear me in our last video so well, so if you can hear me now. It was consistently strict. People ask me, and I ref, so it was exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
It really was. I definitely thought Adam's first was there. Like, it was deep, man. But it didn't change the game too much. I mean, we still went up on our second, a little less than probably our second attempt we were going to do.
So that's that's
so
a
first
great
attempt.
point. We took we opened with 722.
Yep.
Nice easy opener. I already hit that in training.
Smoked it. I mean, if you've seen his videos, at meathead_Adam on his Instagram, you can go see all of his videos. But first one moved exactly how we pictured and planned it.
Yeah.
It was depth. I mean, I just think they were trying to establish,
Some
like,
kind
hey,
of baseline.
this is going to be
Absolutely.
tough. So do what you got to do. But anyway, so they red lighted 2-1, right?
Yeah, he said Judge said my knee moved forward, which caused my hip not to break the plane, which that's a tough, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. It wasn't there.
Yeah. So I went back and I said, you know what, we're going up.
Yeah.
do the exact same thing on this one. I really just want you to
Yeah.
just squat the same. The more weight will take you down just to hear more. It did.
That was good because you hear a lot of people talking about having to change the way they did things. And one thing Rick said was, don't change how you squat. Just let the weight push you down. And I think that really helped mentally get you in place to go. But we took 744 for a second. Originally planned, I think we had a little bit more than that, like 750, 760.
Yeah.
But we had to get a squat.
Yeah, we needed a squat, and I knew that was easy. You
And
smoked
then,
it again.
Yeah, it came up easy. I felt great. I was
Yeah.
like, let's
It
continue.
actually, I mean, it moved just like I expected for 744, and it kind of made me then think what to do for our third because I know originally our plan was 804, and I'm telling you it was there. I know 804 was in the tank that day.
Yeah.
But we went 788 just to stay competitive and put us right in the mix, which was exactly what we wanted. And, called high on that one. And, I'm going to tell you, I was on the side, and that was high. It was close, but it was high. And it's just, I'm sure for you, just walking out that weight for the first time, that's the most weight you've ever had on your back.
most weight I've had on my back. And then being in wraps, they were tight. I felt okay in them in the wraps, like walking out. The tightness on the wrap was good for the weight. I just think I'm not experienced enough in knowing where the wrap broke versus where I was actually at a depth. So it was just one of those things.
I think we needed to drive out, like push our knees out just to hear
so
more.
minor
And I
techniques,
think that would have.
Yeah, minor technique and experience stuff I think we can work on.
I mean, you said you were waiting for me to say up, but I never said up, so I mean you should have gone down lower. Next time, just listen to your damn coach.
Yeah. I feel. Squats went okay. The 788 came up fast too. It didn't feel terrible. So I know I had probably a little bit more in the tank.
Yeah,
there.
you were fine. But yeah, so after squats, it was all right.
Yeah, we ended up fourth place after squats. Of course, Andy.
Just out of third, actually.
Andy was up there. Foster squatted an 804 raw in sleeves, by the way. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
He squatted 804 raw. I know it's not listed there, but and then another guy, Tyler Cummings, he squatted like 755. So we were right there. And then going into bench, I knew this is where we were going to make up a lot of ground.
Well, this was our plan.
Yeah,
to make up ground.
Was the bench. So we opened at 474 conservative, blew it up. It was probably the lightest that has ever felt in my hands.
Yeah,
which is perfect for meet day.
Which is fine. The crazy part was actually the second one to me. The
512
went up faster in my opinion.
Yeah, it moved and I felt really good.
But you nailed the groove on that one too. And for Adam, that's a big thing. If he presses that weight in the groove, which probably for most people it is too, obviously, but. Man, if you watch the video, I kind of smacked the back of his head because I was excited. I was like, "That's how it's done right there, man." So
it was the judging on bench was great. The press commands were on point.
Yep,
there was no issues. So we take 540 for the third,
which was our max. That was. By the way,
number.
his second moved, I was like, "Okay, we're going max on this," which is exactly what we needed. And what you got going out there?
It's my boss.
It's Saturday.
She's still the
boss.
The real boss.
The real boss.
Real boss.
All right, we're going to need to take it now.
Take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
No, we took 540. I had hit it in training with a slingshot on pretty easily, I guess. So we always do that. We usually take my third attempt as an overload as my last bench. Just so I know, when he unracked it and I had it over my head, I just knew, like, I got this. Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that I'm pressing
the way it came off your chest, I was like, holy shit. And then it kind of went back, which it happens on you. I've seen it just plenty of times. And, man, as a coach, there's just certain things that, that drive me nuts. And, again, as a coach and a ref, and they call them for downward motion. Even though you got it, man. But – yeah, we watched the video probably about 100 times.
Them refs were on point because you have to slow that thing down to a crawl and literally drag your finger across the video to see it
go any amount of down, which I still to this day do not think it had downward motion. I think it stopped. I think it got out of groove and stopped, and then he fought it up the last 4 inches or whatever. And to me, I would have called it a white. Anybody. I don't really care even if it was your competition. I thought it was a good lift.
Yeah.
But man, they were looking anything off the normal
Anything, yeah, they were
path,
calling.
and you're putting it in their hands. So unfortunately, no go. But shit, 540, man, I was ecstatic.
We're
just
using that as a training number.
We're using that as a training max for sure.
So, yeah, that miss kept me in fourth because Tyler, who was in third bench, 518.
Yeah.
So
he picked up a little bit more on us.
Yeah.
But again, we weren't sitting too far out, and I had went and looked at the deadlift openers and everything, and I knew, okay, we're.
It was the bottom of the list. It was me, then Foster, then Andy, which is what we expected going into the deadlifts, that it was going to be us three.
Yep.
Toe to toe at it. At this point though, Andy was pretty far ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's expected.
Hey, give him credit, man. He's the man right now. You gotta beat the man.
Him. That's right.
But so this is where obviously I'm sure if you were watching with the deadlifts and the bar and everybody talking about it, I'll let Adam tell you his. But I mean, we went in knowing that this was going to be our chance to get some, at least solidify the podium in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Which was the goal.
Warming
podium
up,
or bust at this.
Yeah. Warming up in the back after seeing what had happened on Saturday with some of the bigger deadlifters like Ben Pollock and a couple other cats who just literally could not move the bar off the ground. I wanted to warm up with that kabuki bar, so Andy, Foster, myself, and a couple other guys warmed up with the kabuki bar. Foster actually cut his hands open on it. The thing is sharp.
Yeah, I mean, I grabbed it,
sharp.
And it is like, it's like a brand new bar. I mean, obviously, which it was.
It's sharper than a brand new.
But it almost felt like the knurling was like finer to me. I don't know, man.
Weird. It's hard to explain.
It definitely is an interesting knurling on there. I think that over time, people will just come to recognize it as any other normal bar. But I mean, it's new, being thrown in at a top level event.
I don't know if I'd be able to train.
Done that,
I don't know if I'd be able to train with a bar like that.
Yeah, but also I think like at a gym you're gonna have so much more chalk packed into it and stuff and all that. So all those variables. Like here, you don't. It's six guys on a bar, and it's getting wiped down all the time and stuff. So like you said, Foster. I mean, cut his hand on it in the warm-ups
before we even got out there. So the flight before us, we saw a lot of drops on the bar happening. Our boy Dan again came back and was like, "Use your own chalk." At this point, we don't know what the hell's going on. Guys are dropping the bar that don't drop the bar.
People aren't moving the bar.
Drop the bar. Yuri never drops the bar.
Yeah. He just didn't get. Did he drop it on the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he dropped it, and then he didn't budge it on his third when he went to mixed grip. So.
Yeah. So, so Dan was like, use your own chalk. Luckily, I had my own bag of chalk with me, and so I used that.
Raw grip chalk.
And it was in there. And so warm-ups went well. Everything moved fast like it's supposed to. Felt good going out there. And then we opened with 733. It was just like another walk in the park.
Yeah.
Walk up to it, pull it, and then
it moved like exactly an opener should. That's exactly what we do. So at that point now we're in third.
Yep, because Tyler opened at like 700 or something like that.
Again, kind of knew that going into it. This is where we need to separate from fourth place or jump on the podium, which we did, and then we went to 788, which Adam pulled at Nationals.
By the way, I don't know meet day what is going on the bar except for my openers. I have no idea all the other calls. I have a inkling of the seconds,
and we have maxes and then fallback plans. Obviously,
so it makes it real easy. I just go and lift the weight. I don't have to think about shit.
And you do well with it. Yeah. So anyways, okay, opener goes good. We're in third place. We go to 788 again.
That felt terrible.
Yeah, you said it felt terrible, but if you watch the video,
I was like, wow, that moved really fast. Yeah. My hand was slipping on I do over-under. My overhand was slipping, and I'm looking at the judge like, bro, if you don't calm me down right now, I'm going to push you out of it. But he called me down at the right time, and the bar was slipping, and I just, because it was slipping, I think, is what made it feel bad.
Yeah.
My traps and all my back was just, like, wrecked at that point. And so
sorry, as we get that.
Yeah, Foster went for 815. And the reason I know this or was paying attention is because obviously at deadlifts you go the heaviest, all the lifts, the heaviest guy goes behind everybody else, right? The heaviest weight. So on my third, I don't know what Rick called. I just know Foster was going ahead of me, and I was like, holy
hold on.
shit.
Let's back up because Foster missed his second, remember?
He did, yes.
And so immediately I'm like, oh, shit, is this our chance to try and get second place? But Foster had a really good meet and bench and
I would have
everything.
had to pull 826 to tie him.
To tie him.
No, to beat him by 1 point.
To beat him by 1 point, yeah.
1 pound.
Well, and so the next jump would have been
826.
It was 826. So
That was 821.
yeah, well, I thought it was 824. But anyways,
I don't know what it was.
anyways, I know. All I know is that we sat down and I was like, okay, this is the max that I think you're gonna pull today.
Yeah.
And I said, you have securely gotten third place. It's a stretch to get second at this point, but. I thought we were going to need more than that for some reason.
No, he beat me by 38 points.
Yeah, okay.
38 pounds.
Yeah, points. All right, football.
Sorry, athlete.
All right, basketball. But
Yeah,
anyway,
38
so I just sat down. I said, listen, you got third. I think you could pull this number and, just go out there and have fun. Doesn't matter if you get it or miss it. I didn't say that part, but just go out there and have some fun, basically. Yeah. And I think under a more competitive circumstance, maybe you give it a little bit more, but you pulled it great. It came off the ground like nothing.
Yeah.
Got it to the, mid-thigh above the knee, and like you said, you were gassed. So.
Position. Yeah, I had told our buddy Jay, who was there before I went up, I was like, dude, I'm gassed. Like, I actually feel it right now. Usually before my last deadlift, I'm a little bit more mentally aware or mentally, like, up there and ready to rock and roll, and this one I was just, like, hanging on for dear life at this point. And, obviously the day didn't go as planned, so I think that weighed on me quite a bit, more than I thought. And looking back at that deadlift, like I had started a little bit out of my normal position. My head wasn't up.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots.
And once
of
you get to that second half, it's just like if you're out of position, you're not getting it. So.
But you thought that I called 804?
Yeah, I thought it was like a light.
So
800.
you were kind of
so
disappointed.
I was like, damn. And then afterwards, he's like, no, I was like 820 something, and I was like, oh. All right,
that's
not
bad.
too bad.
That's fine. Yeah. So
I'll take that.
anyways, so yeah, I mean that's how it went. You took third.
Went 5 for 9.
Yeah, 5 for 9 with a
2,044 total.
44 total. So.
Which everyone's like congratulating, like, oh yeah, it's a milestone. But when you're shooting for like 2,100.
Yeah, I mean honestly, you suck
like,
balls. So
yeah, it's a disappointment.
I don't even know why you're still on the show.
But
is there any way we can get the winner on the show? You think?
No. Hell no.
Anyways,
but yeah,
you did good, man.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But
first step. Step one of a process.
I'm a pro powerlifter now. Make some money. I think that's the thing. I can't quit for my job. My boss is like, so how much did you win? I'm like, 250. He's like, So those 2 days you took off of work, did that pay for that? And I'm like, no. He's like, how much did it pay for? I was like, probably like half of a day.
You got your entry fee back in $50.
Yeah. Not even. I had to spend $60 on tickets.
Well, so then you're minus 10 just on entries into that place.
But either way, it's pretty cool, man. It's awesome to be able to do a meet and walk away with something. Plus, dude, the athlete bags were great. We got a bunch of stuff. I mean, a ton of stuff. So it was really cool. I was really happy with it. I definitely left a lot out there due to technicalities that we're going to go back to the drawing board and just put back into work and see
I'm sure
what we come up with next.
I'm sure over the offseason we'll check in on trainings and we'll have to do something like that and see where you're at and what you're doing. So follow along for some updates on where he's at, what meet we're going to do next, and watch the plan unfold.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, good job, man. I'm proud of you. And our first 2K total in the gym. So there you go.
It.
All right. We out.
Later.